Hello students, today we are going to start a new chapter, that is chapter 8, plants. So in this chapter we will learn all about plants, what are the different parts of the plant and how are different parts useful for the plants. Now the learning checklist for today is parts of plant, root system and its functions, types of roots and root modifications. So let's begin. Plants. Plants are very useful to us. They cover almost 30% of the total land that is present on the earth. They are a source of food, nutrition and shelter for all the organisms that live on planet earth. They are the main source for balancing the oxygen level in the atmosphere because they release oxygen and they absorb carbon dioxide, so they are also known as green lungs of nature. Now the different parts of a plant. The part of the plant that is present above the soil or above the ground is known as the shoot system, while the part of the plant that is present below the ground is known as root system. Now in shoot system we have leaf, we have fruits, we have flowers and we have stem, and in the root system we have root and root hair. Now talking about the root system, roots are the important underground part of all the plants. They help in the absorption of water and minerals from the soil. Now what are the functions of the roots? Why is root important for the plant? What is the main use of the plant? How they help the plant in their growth and how they help the nature? First is, the roots help the plant to fix firmly to the soil. They help the plant to stand straight with a proper hold in the ground. They help in absorption of water and nutrients from the soil with the help of their fine thread-like structures known as root hair. They also help in prevention of soil erosion. The root and root hair, they bind with the soil, they hold the soil particles firmly and they prevent the top soil from being washing away or being blown away with the winds. I hope you all know that soil erosion is the removal of top layer of soil. So the roots, they prevent the soil from erosion. These were the functions of the roots. Now the types of root system. There are two types of root systems present. It's taproot system and fibrous root system. In the picture you can see that the taproot system has a main root that is present in the center, and the thickness of the main root can vary from plant to plant. So the main root can be a little bit thin also and it can be very thick also. Why it becomes thick, we will study in further slides when we will learn about root modifications. And the other type of root system, that is the fibrous root system, where you can see that there is no main root that is present in the center and all the fibers are arising from one common point, that is at the lowermost tip of the stem. Taproot system. It has a main root in the center, which is also known as primary root or central root. Then it has lateral roots or secondary roots which are emerging from the primary root. They grow deep into the soil. Some plants with taproot are mango, apple, pea, carrot, etc. So it starts its development from a seed and a single small root grows from the seed towards the ground. That forms the taproot. Later on, many fiber like structures, they arise from those main root and those fiber like structures are known as secondary root. Now talking about the fibrous root system, these roots have derived its name because of its appearance, because it looks like a collection of fibers. Fibers means thread. So here the main root is absent, and large number of fiber like roots, they begin its development from the base of the stem. These do not grow as deep into the soil as compared to the tap roots. Some of the plants with fibrous roots are banana, wheat, onion, and all the grasses that you see around yourself. So the last topic of today's presentation is root modifications. Root modifications are those changes that the roots undergo to perform special functions. So in case of a root, you have 4 modifications that you need to remember. The 4 modifications are food storing roots, prop roots, climbing roots, and breathing roots. We'll study about each of them one by one. So we'll begin with the food storing roots. Food prepared by the leaves travel to the roots and is stored there. So you have previously studied in the previous chapter that food is prepared by the leaves of the plant. So once it is prepared in the leaves, it moves to the roots of these plants and gets stored there. As a result of storage, as a result of accumulation of food, these roots, they swell in size, and then they store their food in the main root, and the lateral roots are used for the absorption of water and minerals from the soil. Carrot, radish, turnip are example of taproot modifications, while sweet potato and dahlia are the examples of fibrous root modifications. So both kind of roots, both taproot and fibrous roots, are capable of storing food in them. In case of carrot, radish, turnip, they are the modifications of taproot, while sweet potato is a modification of fibrous root, where the individual fiber, they get swollen because of the accumulation of food. Moving on to the next modification, that is prop root. Prop root develops from the heavy branches of the tree. They hang downwards and then they penetrate into the soil. So they arise from the branches, and the main aim of such kind of root is to provide extra support to the tree. The roots are long, woody, and appear like pillars. So they appear like thin pillars which are meant for providing extra support to the particular plant. Bamboo and banyan tree are some examples of plants with prop roots. The first picture displayed here is of a banyan tree, where you can see there are hundreds of roots which are arising from the branch itself, and then they extend downwards. So this was an explanation about prop roots. Next are the climbing roots. These roots are found in weak stem plants such as climbers. So the climbers, they cannot stand erect on their own because they have weak stem in them. So they need some kind of support to climb onto. So the weak stem of these plants twine around the support with the help of these climbing roots. So they secrete some sticky substance from them, and these sticky substance help them to stick with the support, whatever they are offered. In the second picture displayed here, you can see how the roots are sticking to the surface of the support. So these are the climbing roots which are helping them to climb. The examples are beetle plant, black pepper, vanilla bean, and money plant. The first picture is of beetle plant, the second picture is of money plant, and the third picture is of vanilla bean plant. So in all the cases, you will see that at different junctions on the stem, there are certain web-like structure which are formed due to the roots, and these roots are the climbing roots. The last modification of root in a plant is breathing root. So plants which grow in marshy area are those areas which are waterlogged most of the time, which are filled with water. So they have roots growing vertically up into the air. They have their roots growing underground only, but these roots, they rise vertically upwards. They come out of the water in the form of conical spikes, as it is visible in the pictures. The soil in such area have insufficient oxygen because they are waterlogged all the time. Most of the time they are filled with water. Because of that, the pores, they get filled with water. So they get very less or no oxygen. So as a result, the roots, they arise, they come out of the ground for breathing. So each root has numerous pores which are called lenticels that breathe air in and out. Plants such as mangroves have breathing roots in them. So that's all for today. Tomorrow we will cover a little bit about stem. We will talk about stem modifications and the functions of stem. Till then, have a good day.